Hello everybody and welcome back to This Might Mean Something. Today we're talking about our love of video games. I think this is going to be a long podcast, honestly. I have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we might have to like time ourselves so we don't go a little too overboard, because I feel like this episode could probably be broken up to probably about 4 or 5 different parts minimum.
Oh, easily. This has been like a 25-year podcast in the making for me. Like, I have been playing video games since a tiny child. Whenever my mom allowed me to first buy video games, I was playing.
So, I mean, obviously, I grew up playing like Atari and like Sega.
Mm-hmm.
Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, the GameCube.
Hell yeah. I loved the GameCube. The GameCube was my starting point.
It's actually crazy to think about it. Like, you can see, like, just like the evolution of video games that, we've gone through.
In our lifetime alone. Like.
So, right. Like.
Wasn't Pong the first video game? Am I crazy?
I'm not sure what the first video game was.
I feel like that was the first ever, like.
You know what? Hang on. Let's take a quick pause and let's do some research.
I really feel like Pong was the first one. What do we got?
The first video game is generally considered to be Tennis for Two.
So Pong.
No, this is not Pong. This is...
Oh.
I'm not sure what this game is.
Is it not two sticks and a ball?
No, it's not, actually.
Oh.
It was displayed on a oscilloscope and allowed players to control a virtual tennis ball with controllers, while other games existed. Oh, okay. Hang on. So, okay, this is considered. No. I need to know
the first actual video game, not considered. I need to know what the first game was. Like, that's cool, but that just sounds like Pong. So.
No, Pong is the first video game. While Pong is widely recognized as significant and influential to the spark video game industry. No, it's still Tennis for Two back in 1958.
1958.
Pong wasn't. Other examples of games predating Pong include early computer games like Space War 1962. So no, Tennis for Two apparently was the first video game in 1958. 1958. That means video games are almost 70 years old.
Oh my lord. Okay, well that makes me feel younger than I usually do. Well, video games didn't really start exploding until really our lifetime.
Till about 90s is when they once arcades happened, that's when video games started really booming. Because you have Space Invaders, Galaga, Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Donkey Kong. I mean, what else was there? Oh God,
there's a ton out there. There's a ton of old ones out there, especially like arcade scene. You have Pong. I'm gonna keep mentioning Pong. I am convinced Pong was the first video game. You cannot tell me Pong was not the first household video game. That is where I'm standing. I swear that's a thing.
Pinball was a big thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I haven't been to an arcade in so long.
Mortal Kombat back then, that was on, in the arcades.
Yep. And I mean, even though arcades don't look much different now, if you go to like a legit arcade.
Asteroid, Centipede, Frogger.
Yep. Oh, Frogger. Love Frogger.
Then you had Defender.
Mm-hmm. I need to go to an arcade.
It was a bunch.
I need to break this drought. I used to go to one like
in forever.
I used to go to this amazing one, and I miss it so much, but it's not where I live anymore. I can't just go when I want. I still have tickets on my card, though. So maybe I should go. But yeah, video games have definitely evolved a lot. What was like the first video game that you remember playing?
Batman Begins on the Sega Genesis.
Wow, that was a quick answer.
I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that game. I'll never forget it. That was what got me into video games.
Did you beat it?
That I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I remember playing it. I don't remember the progress.
Fair.
I want to say no because I was really young at that point, and obviously, I spent more time outside than playing video games when I was that young. But I still remember playing. That was like the first one that I played. I remember that much.
Oh man, I remember when I used to touch grass. Now I touch virtual
It was
grass.
and right, yeah. We're over here using Silk Touch, baby.
Silk touch.
But
no,
So what was your first video game ever that you played that you remember playing?
Oh Lord. The first one one I feel like came first was RuneScape on the PC. On dial-up browser, all the fun stuff.
Oh yeah, AOL chat, baby.
Hell yeah. But I feel like I'm pretty sure my first handheld game or like first console game was Animal Crossing on the GameCube. Because I remember my friends coming over for like a birthday. I was young. And they had a GameCube. They brought it with them, and we played Animal Crossing for hours. And I looked at my mom after my birthday, and I was like, what is it going to take for me to get a GameCube and get Animal Crossing? And she was like, save up half the money. I had half the money so fast, she was thinking I robbed people. I was like, I just cleaned my room. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like the fastest $50 I ever found. And do you remember when video games were $30?
I remember when video games were like $15.
Oh man, right?
I remember when consoles weren't even $100.
Right? I think I got my GameCube for like $100. And that was new.
When the PS1 came out, that I don't even think that maybe was like I remember actually no, you know what? I'm trying to think. Oh my gosh, I should have done some research. I was ill prepared with notes.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with I'm literally sitting here with a blank notebook in front of me. Normally I have something.
Okay, so never mind. I lied. The original PlayStation was released at the price of $299 in North America.
Bork.
Which we had one. Our grandparents got us one.
Okay.
I wouldn't say when they first released, so maybe the price came down, or maybe like they found like a pre-owned. I don't know. I don't remember fully. I just remember we had a PlayStation 1. It's like a little gray, like almost VCR looking box with the and then like the top would pop open. Like,
yep.
We thought that was awesome.
Oh my god. So you were pretty split. Like you weren't like, oh, I have to have PlayStation, or I have to have Nintendo, or I have to have like Sega or whatever. No, you were kind of spread out.
In the beginning days, I played what was there in front of me. So obviously, like my grandpa was the one that owned the Sega Genesis and all that. Mm-hmm. And then once we got the PlayStation 1, that got retired. Like we didn't touch that anymore.
Oh my god.
We had the new toy, the PS1.
Mm-hmm.
And everything like that. So, and then like I had buddies that had, GameCube or a Super Nintendo. We did have a Nintendo 64 at mom's house.
Okay.
So I wasn't biased at all in the beginning days. I basically, whatever you had, I would play. Like I didn't really care. I just thought it was fun. So like I played, the Mario parties and everything like that. Super Mario, Super Smash Bros. I even played Tiger Woods, PGA Tour. We played, Star Fox, fucking Shame. Let me say this right. Samus.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah. Mega Man.
See, I was
on PS1
forced.
We were playing. You were forced?
I was forced to be one way or another. Like, my best friend had an Xbox, so I would play Xbox when I was over at her house. But my mom thought video games made you violent, so she really kept me on the Nintendo path and would only buy me Nintendo consoles, which, not complaining. I had a GameCube, I had, like, NHL and, like, FIFA and Animal Crossing and Mario Kart. Like, I had a variety of games. But my dad got me Smash Bros. When I turned 13, and my mom was like, why did you get it? Apparently, he did not talk to her about getting me this game. And
sounds about right.
Yeah, and I was like, Mom, I think I know better than to just go and punch somebody randomly in the face on the street if they piss me off. Like, that's not going to happen.
Right.
Like, I'm a little smarter than that. Oh, convincing her to let me get Pokemon when I was like 10 years old. She was like, Pokemon promotes animal cruelty, and I'm like, Mom, you're literally a vet tech, and I'm growing up in this vet tech world, and I love animals. I'm not gonna throw one in a ring and expect it to shoot fire out of its butthole at another animal. Like, give me some credit here.
Well, to be fair, like, they're fictional characters. I mean, come on now.
Yes, but they are based off of animals.
Dragon? I know that.
There's an axolotl. Like, I'll never forget this. My first game was Ruby, and my starter Pokemon was Mudkip. So I had a little axolotl running around with me. Love that thing. Mudkip is still one of my favorite.
Your first game was Ruby?
My first Pokemon game was Ruby. And then I played backwards. So I did Ruby, and then I got I got Crystal, and then I got Red. So I played backwards, and then I got the other ones. So when I first got my Game Boy, I got Ruby and Sapphire, and the whole typical, isn't that the same game? No, Mom, it's different. That was me. I got both games, and then I played backwards and expanded from there. So I got Crystal, and then I got Gold and Silver, and then I got Red, and I got Blue, and I got Yellow.
See, Red was my first.
As it should be. Like, one of those trios should be.
Red was my first, and then it was Yellow. I don't think I ever played Ruby. I know we had Sapphire, we had Gold and Silver. And then I actually kind of fell out of Pokemon at a pretty early stage. I don't know. I always liked Pokemon, but I wasn't like that into it.
To be honest.
I was to be honest.
They really fell off in 5th gen. So if you made it into 4th gen and then fell off, it sounds like you made it to 3rd and fell off. But if you made it to 4th and fell off, you did not miss anything with 5th gen, and then they brought it back with 6th.
It wasn't anything with the show or this, or the games or anything like that. I think it was me personally. Why? Like, I think it was just my interest at the time, because I was, I've always been into sports. So I was always wanting to play. Well, that and wrestling was big too. So I was always wanting to play like WWE, and I was also into more violent games. Like, we were playing like the old school GTAs and stuff like that. Or, like I said, I was playing either Madden, NHL.
Oh, I wish I could have played old school GTAs.
Oh my gosh.
I wish.
3 was a lot of fun. And 3 is a lot of fun.
I've heard that.
I guess the big question is, what game really sunk you into wanting to play, like sunk you into like playing video games?
Oh,
like, Lord, what game do you really feel like really kind of I'm trying to find the right word, like really just
captured?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if there was just one. I think it was kind of a combination of everything. I was a huge Pokemon fan, still am, since Ruby and Sapphire, and since playing all of them and all that. So I never let go of my love for Pokemon. I actually went competitive with it, which is a whole different podcast. Then I started getting into Animal Crossing more and more, and I love that kind of immersive world kind of deal where you're growing the world around you by the things that you do in the game. I always loved that. And then I started playing the browser version of Minecraft when it first came out, with like the 7 or 8 different block types where you could where building a cobblestone house was like Picasso, like you did the thing. Man, I loved playing RuneScape, and again, that immersive world with the different characters you can go up to, the very interactive part of the world. Like, there was just so much about video games, and it wasn't just one different one that really captured me and made me like immerse myself, and it took me out of whatever I was doing in the real world. It became an escape. And again, it wasn't just one game. It was just the fact that a combination of all these games could scratch every itch my child brain could come up with. Like, I want to be an adult and own a house and like make money and support my life. Well, here's a game that you can do that in, you know, like it let me go off and live those childhood dreams that I had of later life. And now that I'm in that later life, I'm like, man, take me back to that childhood time and I'll go and play games, you know, like it works both ways. And that, I think that's what captured me. What about you? What was the big game for you?
So
other than Batman.
Well, I mean, even that game didn't like really capture. Like, I always enjoyed video games in the beginning days, but obviously I like being outside, going out and playing and everything, you know, and all that.
Right.
The game, honestly, so the game that really got me into gaming didn't really come along until the original Xbox came out, and I got one for Christmas. And there was a little game, pretty big nowadays. It was it was Halo.
Okay.
Halo is what really is like the first game that I really dove into, and like wanted the second one when it came out, and wanted the third one when it came out. Like that was the first one. So Halo, the original Halo, got me into it, and then I started obviously again. I was still playing my sports games, you know, Madden,
of course,
NBA Live, all that, you know, stuff. Just those will never go away. To this day, those will never go away. That's just because it's part of who I am. It's what I enjoy.
Of course.
What I want. So yeah, I would have to say Halo really pushed me into it, and then Call of Duty really struck me in, as well as Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is one that I really dug into.
That's because those games need to play.
Those games were phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were just something different from everything else when they were coming out. You know, like, you know, you have Call of Duty where you're just kind of running, gunning, blowing things up, you know, just war, whatever. Assassin's Creed's a whole nother story. You know, you're sitting here sneaking around, got little hidden blades and all. You do these leap of faith and everything like that. Like, it's just, it's a different change of pace, but it was just a lot of fun, and it had rich stories.
It allowed you to visit parts of the world that were maybe inaccessible at the time too. Like I always remember watching like the trailers for it, and I'm like, I would love to go visit like Egypt or London and stuff like this. And I was seeing the trailers for those games slowly come out. And again, I don't remember what timeline they came out with. I never touched that series. I own some of them, but I need to play them.
You have not played them. You need to play them.
I have
especially
the
like
London
the older
one.
ones. No.
Okay. Listen, okay. I love London. London is a beautiful location that I would like to go back to again.
I understand that.
It has a Jack the Ripper DLC, man.
It's not good. I'm sorry. It's not like, you can ask anyone. They'll tell you that Syndicate was one of the worst ACs put out.
Okay, listen. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play. I might stream it. I'm going to play it.
You can, by all means. If you, I mean, obviously you own it, you might as well play it. But what I'm saying is, if you really want to have fun with Assassin's Creed, you're gonna have to play 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, and then Black Flag.
In that order?
Generation of it. Yeah, because that's the actual like order.
Oh, okay.
It goes 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, then 3. Because all these games are in a timeline.
Yeah.
They're all somehow connected.
Which one's the Egyptian one?
That is Origins.
Okay.
That one I was not a big fan of. Odyssey was beautifully done, in my opinion. I'm going to say that much. In my opinion, I loved Odyssey, mainly because it also played into my interest of Greek mythology. So you're in Odyssey, you're in ancient Greece.
Right, which also piques my interest.
That really sunk me in on that. Valhalla. Oh my God, I loved Valhalla.
So, I mean, I'm going to play the London one, and I'm probably going to stream it, and I'm probably just going to go through it, because I want to play the Sherlock Holmes DLC and the Jack the Ripper DLC. Those two are or it's the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle DLC.
Fair.
And I want to touch them so bad, because it's like, I love both of those people. Like, I love the mystery behind Jack the Ripper, and I love Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's work. Sherlock Holmes is masterpieces. But I want to see what those are. And what I'm going to do is keep in mind that a lot of people have told me that the London one is one of the lesser of the Assassin's Creeds. Yes. Even Mike told me that, who is the one that bought me the game. But I'm going to play it, and I'm going to keep in mind that it is one of the lesser ones. And if I don't like it, I will try a different one. I'll try one.
Like it, if you like it, you like it. A lot of people that say that about Syndicate is mainly because they played the older ones.
Right.
The very first one, you're like back in the day, medieval, like Italy. Like it's back in the day, and then like it goes through timeline and everything like that, and like they're all some way somehow connected, or at least they try to be. They kind of went off the beaten path when they got into some of the newer ones because, so one thing you're going to notice from when it comes to the older games to the newer ones. So up until about, what was the first one? I want to say it was either Odyssey or Origins when they started doing it. Up until that game, they were not open world. Mm-hmm. They're basically like you run through a story, whatever, you do your thing. Then once like Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, Mirage, and now Shadows, those like the newer ones are all like open world big games.
Gotcha.
So there's a lot more to do. There's a lot more grinding and everything. The combat is switched up.
And I would love to touch all of the Assassin's Creeds at some point.
But they're most of them are good. There are a couple that kind of fall short. Syndicate being one. Rogue to me, I did not personally enjoy.
So the reason that Mike told me to get Syndicate or whatever it's called, the London one, because it was set in London and because it had the DLCs it does. So maybe I'm doing it in the right order and playing the crappier one first. So when I touch the good ones, I can be like, yo, the London one was good. The storyline was good, but the gameplay of these are better. Maybe I'm playing it in the right order. I don't know. You'll see. I'll have to find out.
I'm going to let you look at it how you want to look at it. Cause again,
I have hope. Okay. That's how I'm looking at it.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like it's my opinion, but to me, I did not like Syndicate at all. Like I couldn't get into it. And again, that's personally me.
I think that's the general consensus, but I'm hopeful the DLC is worth the playthrough. Because again, Jack the Ripper, I love the idea of the mystery behind it. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, love his works. Excited to see how they portray them. And now if they portray either of those in a less than ideal manner, I will be mad and I will never touch Syndicate again. And I'll go and play whatever one you suggest first. Because that's just what's going to have to happen. Because I own it and I'm going to play it. And I'm hopeful. And until that hope is crushed into a million billion pieces, I will continue to be hopeful.
That's fair. So I tell you what, I'm always down to give a game a try. But whether or not it keeps my big thing when it comes to the game, can it keep my interest?
Yeah.
Obviously, what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and force myself to play something that I don't want to play. Like, I got friends that play Fortnite. Mm-hmm. Shoot me in the foot if you want over this. I don't like Fortnite. I can't get into it. I can't tried disagree. So I've tried it time and time again. I can't get into it. I just can't. Yeah. I don't know what it's, but I don't sit here and go bashing people that do play Fortnite. I talk crap to my stepson just because I like to talk crap to him.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't, I just can't. Or they like some of them also like to play DayZ. That's not my style. I don't like DayZ, so I just don't play it. And they're like, "Oh, why do you hate DayZ so bad?" I was like, "Dude, it's just not my style. It's very slow. It's, it's choppy." And like, "Oh, well, they fixed it." I was like, "That's fine." I was like, "Dude, it doesn't keep my interest. I'm not gonna play a game if it doesn't keep my interest. I don't care if my other friends are playing it. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna sit here and not enjoy myself for the sake of playing with my friends. I want to play video games with my friends, and all that because they can be fun,
right?"
But yeah, if a game doesn't interest me, I'm just like, dude, I'm good. I don't know. I'm okay.
See, this is where we're going to differ a little bit because I will suffer through a bad game if it's a good crowd of people that I'm playing with. So, like, you can look back in my streams. I played a crap ton of Fortnite. Like, there's a lot of hours on that Twitch channel of Fortnite, and I will tell you why. I will tell you why.
I'll just what?
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was saying, like, good for you if that's what you enjoyed playing. I couldn't.
I enjoyed it because I was playing with Mike. I was playing with my best friend, and she sucked. But that's besides the point. She got better. I'll give her that. But she was obsessed with it, and those two people were enough to make the game fun. The crowd of people that I was playing with was enough to make the game enjoyable for me because the people were making it enjoyable, not because the gameplay was enjoyable. Now I will say they added Lego Fortnite to the thing, and that I could get behind for a couple hours by myself, which was good because that's how I leveled most of the time. But actually fighting, I was very tired of just dying by myself all the time. I was never good enough to win games by myself, really. I had a couple dubs, but most of the time it was with other people because I could help carry them and they could help carry me and we could share the workload. But I will suffer through a bad game if the people are right. If the people are right. Or rather, I guess I can suffer through a game longer if the people are right.
We can sit there and be laughing and everything like that, but it's still not going to make me want to play the game itself anymore.
And that's fair.
If I don't have interest in the game, then I'm just not going to play it.
Right.
I can't because then I know eventually I'm just going to just be mindlessly just be like, okay, yeah, like no.
That's when you make your own fun. It also depends on the game.
Fortnite's just not fun to me.
And that's okay. That is perfectly fine. I don't really touch it anymore because I had a time period that I played it and it's done.
Because like one game I used to have a lot of fun with until they started screwing with it was a game called Blackout.
Okay.
It was released when Black Ops 4 came out. It was the first ever Call of Duty Battle Royale.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
That Blackout was a lot of fun. I mean, I would stream Blackout every day, whether I was by myself or with friends. I had fun. I enjoyed playing that game.
See, I think I just have issues with battle royales because I'm not good enough to stay alive long enough to have fun.
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with Blackout. PUBG, I had a lot of fun on, and I think that might be why Fortnite didn't really interest me. I think it was more of just like a more cartoony feel to it, where PUBG was more like actual like people combating.
What was that other game that was really big around PUBG time? Team Fortress.
Yeah, I don't think I never played that.
I touched it maybe twice, and I just couldn't get behind the art style. I couldn't get behind the gameplay, and I was just like, I don't...
See, that's how I felt about Fortnite.
That's understandable. Fortnite has a very unique art to it. And when they started doing other artworks within Fortnite, that's when I started going, okay, you guys are stretching a little too far. You guys are money hungry at this point.
Oh, they've done so much on the game, and it's like kudos to you, whatever, like right on.
Right. That was a game.
It's not my scene.
That was a game that a lot of people I knew were trying to get competitive in, and I was like, once you start going on the competitive side of things, I could not do it anymore. I was like, okay, you guys have fun. Bye. What's the one where it's like the winning thing is winner, winner, chicken dinner? Is that PUBG?
PUBG.
That is PUBG.
That's
okay.
PUBG.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I just knew like that was big around the same time Fortnite was really big. Like Fortnite's still big. They're both still big, but
yeah. Well, PUBG not so much. PUBG's kind of fallen off. Well, PUBG's big within its own rights. It's just not as big as Fortnite. But the thing is that one thing that PUBG has not done that Fortnite has, they don't sit here and bring on celebrities and stuff like that and have these big old events and all that. They just simply keep to themselves. They update their game. They add, a couple things new here and there.
The people who love it love it.
They keep their stuff minimalistic. They don't feel the need to sit here and go all out to try to get millions of dollars out of people on microtransactions and stuff like that, or have like Snoop Dogg or Eminem come do like at a concert event in game and all that.
Those were cool though. I don't know if you ever took part in one of those, but those were kind of cool.
They're fun and they're awesome. Like I like how Epic Games does that.
Yeah,
but I'm just like PUBG. Like I said, like I feel like it's just fallen off just because of the fact that they don't do stuff like that.
That's fair. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, Fortnite just took a hold of something and ran for their life. And they're doing great. I mean, obviously a lot of people love them, so kudos to whatever they're doing. They're doing it right. But other than battle royales, what other giant genres would you if a game came out in a certain genre, even if you were not on top of that franchise, what genre would it be that you would have to that you have to try that game if you have a genre like that?
I like RPGs. I do like RPGs. Or MMO RPGs are a lot of fun. Like the Destiny games were fun. I've been getting I have been telling you, but I've been getting into Clair Obscur, which is a turn-based RPG. That game, oh my god, that game is so good.
That's the one you're playing currently, right?
That is what I'm playing now, and it is so good. Like I've been trying, because I always try to find new games outside of the ones that I play on a regular basis, so that way I don't get burnt out. But I'm always trying to find something new, because eventually, you can only play one game so much before you need a break. So right. I always try to find these single player games where I can go take a break from everything else, just for a little while, whether it be a couple hours or I take the day away from it. And everything. And two of my friends that I play NBA 2K with, they've been talking about in our group chat about this game. I'm like, dude, what is it called? I keep seeing you guys talk about it, and it's got me interested. They told me, and day one, I mean, had me hooked.
When you stream it,
it's just a nice.
I'll have to watch.
It'll be today.
Okay, I'm holding you to it.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to stream it today. I meant to stream it last night, but then obviously the playoffs got in the way. I wasn't really paying attention.
Just don't let it take over our slot tonight. The silence tells me you forgot.
It is Saturday. That's right. No. I didn't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Did you repo? Repo. Which, by the way, that's another game that I did not like. It was one of those games where I see clips of it, and I was like, okay, yeah, this could be a fun game. I didn't think I'd get that into it as I am.
Oh, I love that game. I could play that game
Same thing when you got me into Played Up. I didn't... I'm not, deadly into, oh, no, we got to play it. But, if we're, say we're on the server or whatever and everything like that, and we're kind of, just losing focus, it's oh, you want to go play Up? Yeah, I'll go play some Played Up.
You and I need to start a restaurant without Mike, because he's not as into that game, and I will get obsessed with that game very quickly. If I pick up a restaurant or something like that, yeah, I will pick up that game very quickly. That was a game that I got way too into way too quickly, because I was watching Tango Tech play it with Skizzleman on streams, and I was like, I need to play this. This is a game I need to play. And then I got obsessed. And yeah, it's a problem. I have a very obsessive personality when it comes to video games, at least. Or actually, when it comes to a lot of things, I have a very obsessive personality. But video games, yeah.
I can become obsessive again as long as it keeps my interest. If it does not pique my interest, bye.
Yeah, same.
Toss out the window.
It's the same way with me. Yesterday is a great example. I got up super early because Mike had to go somewhere early yesterday. And so I got up super early. And on Wednesday for Chaos Stream, we played Don't Starve Together. That's not really a game that I pick up too often because it is extremely challenging to manage everything, and I haven't quite mastered it, but I'll pick it up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday I decided that I wanted to try to figure out a little bit more to survival on that game. So I started a world in the morning, and I played for probably about 4 or 5 hours while Mike was out and blah, 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 until we had to go to work. The entire time I was at work, I was reading articles and trying to figure out how to play the game a little bit better and survive and not die as much, and how food worked and sanity and all this other stuff. And I get home, and I play for another like maybe hour or two. And when I say that I died twice and my interest just was dead with it, like I shut the game off and I have no interest in playing that game without a group anymore. I became obsessed for a day. But once my interest was gone, it's gone. Like,
yeah, I've been that way. Like, there was a game that recently came out that me and my buddies were all waiting for. It was called Avowed.
Okay.
And it was called Avowed and all that. And I first loaded it up, first couple hours. Oh, I was in. I was like, oh yeah, this is a lot of fun and everything like that. I got off to go do. I forget what I was doing, but I got off to do something and everything like that. And then the next day came around. I looked at the game and told myself, "No, I'm good. I don't want to play it."
That sounds about right.
It's crazy. It's just that little switch. You know, like I said, like there are games like this Clair Obscur game that I've been playing. I've had a hard time putting it down.
Yeah.
Like I tell myself, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get on the server and like start working more, like start working on the design and get my storage like all set up and going and everything like that." And then it's just like, nah, Clair Obscur, gotta go play it. Gotta do it.
Minecraft server, just to be clear, for those listening, because they might not understand as much about server, but yes.
Shit by now, if they made it to episode 3, we brought it up so many times.
You're right, but you never know. This might be somebody's first episode that they're listening to. You don't know. Never assume.
Well, they're really messing up. You gotta go back to the beginning.
Oh my god. No. Actually, you should. It's really interesting. The conversations are good.
But yeah, no, like there's. I tell myself like, oh, I need to go record and stream on the Minecraft server and everything like that. And then, like I said, well, I mean, I just got out of like a little bit of a video game funk.
Yeah.
So
understandable.
This game has been nice and refreshing because it's not like any of the games. It's not like 2K. It's not like college football or Madden. It's not like Call of Duty. It's not like Minecraft or. It's just not like anything that I have been playing a lot recently. Mm-hmm. So it's just been refreshing, and I like to find games like that to where I can do that, because then it's basically like cleansing my palate, because then when I get back on the Minecraft, I'll be more motivated because like, oh man, I haven't been here in a couple of days. Oh yeah, we gotta get some stuff done. Let's go.
Right.
That's just how I work. It's almost like a reset.
I get it. I completely get it. I mean, I've been trying to find games like that, just branching out a little bit here and there. Like how I work on Minecraft typically is like I finish a big build like I just did, and then I have to do some other stuff while I edit the video. So I take a couple days away from the server, edit the video, maybe check in every once in a blue moon to play a little bit, but I have to step away for a while. Yeah, it gets you inspiration.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's like, you just don't want to burn yourself out. Like for some people, they don't have that burnout, and that's no, I have that burnout. If I were to sit there and finish up my storage and like build my house, my house is going to be, I'm not sure how big it's going to be. I still have to design it. I still have to design it, but regardless, but it's like, I know that if I did that, built the house and then started working on one of the 4 areas, I know for a fact I'd burn myself out to where I would not want to come back for like longer than anticipated.
Right. And I think that's why I had to make there was such a long time when I thought my YouTube channel was going to be only Minecraft. And you can see there are like iterations where, we're a Minecraft only channel. And then we're a Minecraft only channel with some other stuff sprinkled in because why not? And then like I was playing 7 Days to Die on there, and it was just like, it was a horrible back and forth. So now I'm just like, if I want to, I'm going to have my Minecraft stuff. And I'm going to have Kysa and friends because those are hilarious and they allow me to show other games on the channel. But more importantly, my Twitch and also my YouTube, because it gets the live streams as well, is variety. It has to be.
Yeah, so at first, I was mainly Minecraft, but then I even told myself, I was like, no, I'm not going to limit myself to one game because that's not the type of gamer I am.
Right.
I'm not the type of gamer where I'm going to play the same game every day. It's not going to happen.
Right.
I want to play other stuff because that's what I enjoy doing.
And people will preach all the time, oh, you have to be on the same game. You have to play the algorithm. You have to always post like the same content. No, I can't. I don't care.
I can't.
If my channel
ADHD does not allow me to.
I don't care if my channels grow super slow because of it. I'd rather build a good community that's there to enjoy games with me rather than...
No shit.
Yeah, rather than just watch my Minecraft stuff.
Like, I want to have fun while I'm streaming.
No one's going to want to watch me if I'm not having fun.
I don't want to be mindless. Because like, you think about it. Even the big time streamers trail away from their beaten path. I mean, they'll go and play other stuff and all that. Is it all the time? No, but they still, because everyone needs just that like little bit of like, they need a break from doing what they're known for every day. Like, it's like, man, how much more of this can you take? Some people don't. Good for them. Me, I can't. My mind does not allow me to play the same video game every day, all day.
There was one streamer I watched. He grew from... I found him when he had maybe like 5 viewers in his streams. And I've watched him grow from nothing to not nothing, but from a small channel to a partnered Twitch channel. And during that entire time, until he hit partner, he was playing nothing but Phasmophobia. And that was just how he grew his channel. As soon as he hit partner, he basically threw caution to the wind and was like, I'm a variety channel now. And I think he grinded out the Phasmo to get to partner. But now that he's there, he's not playing to as big of an audience when he doesn't play Phasmo, which... Yeah. It's fine. He's still a partnered streamer and making money and doing all this stuff. And this is like his full-time job now. Jealous, but whatever. But I can't do that grind. Like, I can't grind for several months on end playing one game that I'm going to get tired and it's not going to be entertaining and then people won't stay. So.
Yep.
Now, I can play one game every week. Like, Repo, that's a one stream a week typically kind of game. And again,
I couldn't play Repo all the time.
I could. I'm obsessed with that game right now.
I mean, okay. Mainly, no. So again, it more comes down to, it's not so much I can't because I don't like the game. It's because I know I'll get burnt out.
Yeah.
And then I'll be less motivated to touch the game because it's like, oh my god, it's like it's all I've been playing. Like,
right. That being said, I played Repo by myself the other day because everyone else dipped on me, and I was like, this is a whole new game. Like, it is horrifying. It is scary, man, because you have one life, and you don't have somebody to lean on, and suddenly those monsters become 10 times scarier than they actually are. Like the clown. Oh my god, the clown is so scary. And the head. Oh my god, don't get me started on that guy. He came around the corner, and I screamed. I like little games too. Gang Beasts, I think it's called. Have you ever played that?
Gang Beasts is a lot of fun. I love Gang Beasts.
But that is a fun game for about an hour with the right people, and then you gotta switch up.
Nah, I could actually do about a good 3-hour stream on Gang Beasts straight.
If I'm with the right people, yes.
Yeah, if I'm with the right people, I could easily play that.
But again, I can't do like 12 hours of it. Like, I can't do a whole, like, chaos stream, which normally runs about 6 or 7 hours. It's a good, let's play for a couple hours with some good people and get some really great laughs out of it. But as you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. But no, like, I can do it for a while with the right people. And then once the laughter starts to die down and people start getting tired of the repetitiveness.
Gotta
switch.
You gotta switch.
Yep. We talked about Played Up a little bit. Obsessed with that game. I really want to play more of it, but I just like I said, Mike can't get into it, so I don't have a consistent partner to play with, and it gets really boring by yourself after you lose a restaurant or two. I never recommend playing that game by yourself unless you can really like buckle in. It gets really repetitive and really cramped really quickly.
Yeah, I'm sure it can. Are there any games that you've seen that are coming out soon that you're interested in?
And we're back to Pokemon. No, Pokemon Z Day, I think it's called. I'm definitely interested in getting that one. But that's not I think it comes out like on my birthday in October. So that's interesting. Might convince Mike to do that. Turn 30, get Pokemon, seems right. Honestly, I don't really keep up with many games that are being released because there's just not that many I get into. So I'm a huge gamer, but at the same time, I'm a very selective gamer. I will play any game with people, but if I am playing solo, I'm typically playing some survival game. And I find those through streamers playing it first. I like to watch people play the game before I go and buy the game because I'm like, I want to know a little bit about it first before I just dive in and then wasted money because I dive in once, don't like it, and don't play it ever again.
Yeah, I don't want to drop money on the game. See, I can usually tell like from like just the trailers on if I'm going to be into the game or not because all I need to do is see what kind of style of game it is, and that'll tell me.
And sometimes I can do that. It depends on what type of game it is. So like Stardew Valley, I knew I was going to have to pick up because I knew I was going to enjoy it. I like those kind of like relaxing, just settling, farming, whatever games. That's fine. So when the producer of Stardew Valley said they were coming out with another game, I am watching his Twitter, and looking for updates on when it's going to come out. And I am so excited for that one to come out at like the end of next year. But I also hate knowing it's like a year and a half away because that's going to kill me until that date.
Yeah, comes. I know a lot of people have been like itching for GTA 6.
Yep, that one is one I'm watching. Definitely watching GTA 6.
I definitely want to play GTA 6.
That game scares me. It is. I could not tell that they were not just playing regular TikToks on the freaking phone. Those were game generated mini video, whatever the platform is. I thought they just pulled up a random effing TikTok. That's how realistic that game looks. And I am so pumped for it. It scares the crap out of me, but I'm so pumped for it. What really scares the crap out of me is the price tag, because that thing's supposed to be like $120. But
that's just rumor. Rockstar has not actually announced anything like that. That's just people being people.
I know, and I'm scared that they are going to be accurate on the prices being more, because I think they have said that the prices are going to be higher than usual.
Well, the reason why is because of how big this game is going to be. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last GTA to ever get made.
Maybe so, but I feel like that's going to tell other AAA title games that they can charge ridiculous price tags for their product.
But that's what happens.
Yeah, that's just like my fear from that personally. I'm trying to think if there's any other games that I have to touch base on. We've talked about a lot of different ones today.
What else? Other than the absolute classics, I was obsessed with Twisted Metal back in the day, and like
I've never heard of Twisted Metal.
You've never heard of Twisted Metal?
No, I have not.
Oh my god! Think Demolition Derby, but like on steroids.
Okay.
So basically, like you have all these special characters. Like you got Axel. Why am I spacing out now? All of a sudden,
so what's the game about? Other than Demolition Derby.
So like you had like Axel, Agent Stone, Sweet Tooth, Dave and Mike. It was something else.
What was it about? Was it just Demolition Derby on steroids? Is that just?
It was basically just like it was about vehicle combat.
Gotcha.
And like you would have like these people like each have like little weapons and everything on like their cars on, and you basically just try to take each other out.
Okay.
Well, it was just vehicle fucking combat. It was great though.
So vehicle battle royale.
Basically.
Okay. I can get behind that. Terraria was a big game for me. Basically 2D Minecraft.
Yeah, I've heard Terraria.
With bosses. The bosses are the good part. I got really into TCG Card Shop Simulator for a while. I
Yeah,
got
no,
really
never
into
played
Raft
that.
for a while. We've been playing Raft on Wednesday streams when one person gets around to their
I
league.
I have seen gameplay of Raft. It does look interesting to me.
It's very interesting. We're actually going through the story for once. I didn't actually know it had a storyline. I
A
played.
lot of people don't with those kind of games. Like I know Subnautica 2 is coming out soon.
Is it?
Well, I don't
Huh.
know about soon, but I know they're talking about releasing it.
I didn't know that they had a 2 in the works.
Yeah, Subnautica 2 will be coming out.
7 Days to Die is a lifelong favorite for me. I have played that
See,
game since release.
you are not the first one. Yeah, no, initial release date Subnautica 2 2025.
Okay. So soon, this year.
No specific date, but it's supposed to come out this year. But you're not the first person to bring up that game to me.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy Bryce and Danny, they were playing 7 Days to Die and kind of giving me like a rundown of what it's like and everything, and it piqued my interest. Just have not actually tried it.
If you ever get it, we'll stream it together. It is a great game. It's Minecraft with zombies that actually are dangerous and better weapons.
You had me at danger.
Cool. We'll have to stream that at some point together because I think you would actually really enjoy the game, especially on Horde Nights where you just guns out, murder everything, build a base for it.
Oh my god,
it's great. Underrated game that I was obsessed with, but doesn't have a lot of replayability unless you wait a little while to replay it. Battle Block Theater.
never played that either.
Great game. Amazing soundtrack. Like, humor is top notch. Like, it is a good game. And I got Mike to start playing it with me, and unfortunately we just haven't picked it back up. But really good game, amazing soundtrack. Highly recommend if you have one or two friends to play with. It's like the best co-op game up to 4 players. Typically I suggest like a smaller party for it. Also a really good game, It Takes Two. Mike and I played through the entirety of that game.
I've seen that game. I thought about playing it with Morgan.
Highly recommend it. Although if she's not the biggest gamer, and there are some elements where I think she'll get kind of frustrated with it because it does take some like parkouring skills.
I think she'll be fine.
Okay. I mean, I don't know her level of the only games I played with her are you're on the ground the whole time.
No, she plays games. She's just not like an everyday gamer.
Fair. She would probably enjoy it.
Her and her sister play games upstairs all the time.
Okay. She would probably enjoy it then. I really want to play Split Fiction with Mike. I've seen a lot of really good things about that. It's by the same creator of It Takes Two, and I'm really interested in playing that. Papers, Please. Really great little just how do you say it? Just puzzle game, I guess. Haven't played it yet, but watched a lot of it. Tabletop Sim. Can always go through that. Always screw around on Tabletop Sim. There's a lot of really good little games on the side that like
you want to know some games that I got into that you're actually gonna laugh about?
Sure.
I have played the crap out of Lawn Mowing and Power Wash Simulator.
Okay, Power Wash Simulator is low-key really, really satisfying.
It is.
So if Lawn Mowing Simulator is the same, like, I can see it. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Never played it.
Okay. I hate horror games. I hate jump scares. Five Nights at Freddy's is all of that, and I am obsessed.
See, I like jump scares. There's actually like the Dead Space games were a lot of fun. There was one game called Callisto Protocol that was made by the same company. Oh my god, I really, really hope they make another one because that game, oh man, it was so much fun to play. I'm also thinking about playing it back through and streaming it.
Okay.
Because that game, I love that game.
I played through all the Final Fantasies. I think I got through all of them. A friend walked me through all of them.
So if you like Final Fantasies, then you would probably like Clear Obscure.
Okay. I enjoyed Final Fantasy. I think they were good games. I wouldn't say I'm obsessed with them. I have a friend who's absolutely obsessed with them, and he kind of did we streamed all of it, but he walked me through and did co-commentary with me as I played the games. And they were fun. There was definitely some good moments. I Am Bread, really good game. Little tiny game, just pick up a controller and play for a couple minutes kind of game. Keep Talking and No One Explodes is a really great game.
Keep Talking and No One Explodes.
That is a really good Oculus game. So like the VR headset.
I can't do the VR. I can't do the VRs.
Mike has one and we play. Keep Talking and No One Explodes is one of the least motion sickening games. Honestly, you're just holding a little box doing puzzles. Like you're just standing still holding a box doing puzzles, and you have to read off and describe things on the box to the person who has the bomb manual and figure out how to turn the bomb off before it explodes.
Okay.
It's just a fun little do you trust the other person kind of game. It's fun.
Now, with the right crowd, golf with your friends can be a lot of fun.
I love that game.
Yeah, you get the right people and all that, and you can kind of like get like, you know, have a little fun with the settings and everything like that. Golf with your friends can actually be fun.
The workshop has some amazing courses. We probably did 5 hours on one course because it's unlimited strokes and it's a really hard hole. It's a single hole, and it's called Donut Daddy's Massive Hole. And
Donut
it is the
Daddy's Massive Hole,
or something like that. Hard hole, massive hole, something like that. Super hard course. I think we all completed it one time with like 200 and something odd strokes. It was awful. So much fun. If Oxygen Not Included was multiplayer, that game would be 100 times more fun than it really is. As it stands right now, it's just complicated. Satisfactory, I have way too many hours sunk into for the fact that I'm not interested in that game. That is a great game as an example for if you get the right crowd.
Pretty sure I watched Mike stream that once.
I'm sure you have. He streamed it recently. He is a lot more into it than I am. I played with Mike and Dale, and it was a great example of I had zero fun with the game itself, but the crowd made it fun, and I played Spaghetti Simulator while playing that game because I was
Simulator.
The only thing I was doing was like doing the conveyor belts from one place to the other, and I made like a massive house with all storage and everything. So I played Spaghetti Simulator from their giant factory to the house of storage, and that was something that I never want to do again. Civilization. Have you ever played Civilization?
Yeah, you talking about like Sid Meier's Civilization?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a couple of those. Those are pretty fun. Nice little strategy game.
They are. I enjoy it. I don't understand it.
I don't think it's a game you're going to be interested in, but World of Tanks, that's a lot of fun.
I played that game. It was okay.
I had a lot of fun playing it with my buddies.
It was definitely one where it was like, I played it with people that made it fun. It was another one of those where right crowd, wrong game. I had fun with it. Just not with the game itself. I think I just went through my entire Steam library. Honestly, I have a lot of games. Don't even get me started
I'll say, don't get me started if we're gonna go through libraries because
I have over 200 games. So I mean, Among the Sleep, that's a good horror game. But I also got a lot of Dinkum was a really good game. I got a lot of really random games off of what do you call it? Like you get those like packs of games for like $10 and you get like 12 random games and they would change every week. I got a lot of those. Binding of Isaac Rebirth. That is a fantastic game.
I've heard of those. I've heard of Binding of Isaac, but I have never played them.
I will get obsessed with that game. That game is an obsessive game for me.
So I have 240 games, and that's not including the games that come with the Xbox Game Pass. That gives me access to so many more.
Not with any sort of pass or anything like that. I have about 220 games.
Oh, they got Spray Paint Simulator.
Oh, here we go.
A new simulator. Let's go.
Obviously, Mike is addicted to Fight Sim.
Simulator. Oh well, I would imagine so, considering his career path of choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame him. I mean,
I enjoyed the takeoffs and landings, but the hours upon hours of real life time that you can just be in the air doing nothing.
Yeah, think that's gonna be his life. If
yeah, but you're doing something when you're up there, like, I don't know, trying to keep the people in the back alive.
No, I mean,
on a game, if you crash.
The First Descendant, that was another really good game that I had fun playing with my buddies and everything like that. It's got a Destiny feel to it. You know, you're in like your group of 3 kind of going around doing stuff and everything like that. So it's got the Jedi games that they put out recently. Like one was like 2023, and I think the other one was like, oh god, when did that one come out?
Like the Star Wars games?
Jedi. Yes, there was one called Jedi Fallen Order, and then there was another one called Jedi Survivor. Those games were really good. Those were a lot of fun.
I played the open world Star Wars Battlefront? No.
Battlefront's more like Star Wars Battlefield.
Yeah. I don't remember what the name of it was, but I played some like of the open world Star Wars games. It was the same time that I was playing WoW, World of Warcraft. Neither of those were my decision to play. It was just like, hey, we're getting into this. You want to play? Yeah, sure. I'm bored and alone. Let's do it. I played Final Fantasy Online. Could not get into that too much. RuneScape just holds my heart. I can't not. If I'm going to play some sort of online RPG like that, it's going to be RuneScape.
You know, I kind of feel bad because we have left out one of the biggest franchises, or one of the big franchises, especially back in the day, Resident Evil.
I played a couple.
You were playing those games? Okay, I was gonna say those games were a lot of fun.
I played a couple late in life though. I didn't play those probably until about 2016, 2017.
Oh, that's fine.
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead was a lot of fun. Oh my god, yeah, Left 4 Dead was a lot of fun. You play any Dead Rising?
A little bit. Again, around that 2016, 2017 time frame. I didn't get super into those games. I enjoyed them, but they weren't like, oh my god, I gotta go home and play this game.
What about Borderlands? Borderlands was a lot of fun. I don't know if you ever played those.
I sank a lot of time into Borderlands 3? 2. I say a lot of time. It looks like 25 hours of time, but that's a good chunk of change. I mean, it's not 460 hours I have on 7 Days to Die on the Steam edition, and we're not going to count the thousands of hours I have on the Xbox edition. But it's fine. Borderlands 2 was one of those. If I had somebody that wanted to play, I could get behind the game. I would not sit down and play it by myself. It's not a solo adventure. The
BioShock series were pretty fun. I don't know if you ever played any of those.
A little bit, not too much.
A little bit. Okay.
Dead by Daylight. Ever play that?
That game is actually fun. Those games are that game's pretty fun.
I got that game on release night. Like, I stayed up and bought it on release night because it sounded cool. And then my potato of a computer couldn't run it, and I was super sad. Like, I had an actual potato as a power source for that computer. It was sad, but whatever.
Yeah, no, like, obviously Mortal Kombat, that played a big role growing up. Love the Mortal Kombat series, as well as Street Fighter. Street Fighter was another fun. Those were good. Just little. Mm-hmm. Especially for, like, playing with your friends. Like, me and my buddies, like, we used to have like tournaments, like try to do like King of the Hill tournaments and stuff like that on Mortal Kombat.
Those would be like party games for me. So I would go to someone's house and we'd play, or like we'd go to an arcade and we'd play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
The Jackbox game series are always a fun party game. Really enjoyed those.
Don't think I've ever played those.
Oh, there's a game called TKO, TEEKO. Oh, so fun. You get to design t-shirts. One person does the drawing and one person does the saying, and then one person slaps them together. They turn out hilarious. Such a good game. And there's other little fun games too, but that one takes the cake. Well, are there any other honorable shout outs that you want to make to games? Any other last minute call outs?
The fact that they're about to get re-released, let's just go ahead and call out Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 getting ready to come back out and make a revival.
I didn't know they had a 3 and 4. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
Sports games. I played a couple of them with my dad. That was about it.
Skateboarding.
That's a sport.
I mean, yeah, it is. I'm just saying though, but come on now. Skateboarding was like a big thing in our generation.
I went to a college that was known for skateboarding around campus. Like, I understand, but yeah, I didn't play those games.
Yeah,
if I was gonna play with skateboards, I was gonna use one of those little, what were they, tech decks? With your finger?
Yeah, tech decks for this shit. Yeah, other than that, no, I think that about wraps it up for now, at least until we decide to do another episode on video games.
Oh, there will be another one, I'm sure, when we find other ones that we're like, we didn't talk about this.
I'm already looking at some that we're not talking about, but I just realized that we are going on over an hour.
We are at an hour 15 right now, which is to date the longest podcast that we have recorded. And it's not. Yeah. It's zero surprise to me that this is one of the longer ones.
No, that's why I said this could easily be like a reoccurring thing over the time.
Oh, 100%. And I think we have to have one simply on Minecraft, which I'm proud of us for not touching as much on that one as I thought we were going to in this topic. Like, we touched on it, but we didn't take like 40 minutes to talk about it.
No, which we easily could, but...
Oh, 100%.
But all right, folks, I think that's going to wrap it up for episode 3. Talk about video games. Obviously, there will be more to come as well.
Oh, yeah. We definitely have more that we can talk about. And I'm sure once we stop recording this episode, we're going to be like, man, we didn't talk about this one.
Oh, it's going to happen. And I'm sure people are going to be, commenting or everything like, hey, what about these games? You didn't even talk about that? It's like, yeah, I know we didn't bring up Legend of Zelda or anything like that.
Oh, no, we didn't.
We didn't. We didn't. Again, like,
I want to do a call to answer here real quick. Put your favorite game in the comment section or whatever Spotify has. Just drop a comment somewhere, whatever platform you're listening to this on. Tell us what your favorite video game growing up was or of all time was, because I want to have more games to look into and see if there's any that I could pick up and like just sink some hours into. I think that would be a lot of fun. Who knows? Maybe that will be the topic of the next video game podcast then.
Very much so. Very much so could be. We could definitely do that.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up before this goes too much longer. Okay. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Remember,
bye.
This might mean something. You didn't do
Go for it. Do it.
It's too late. Just end it. It's over.
It might mean something.